Welcome to the Honkaholic Podcast. I'm XI Scorpions on Twitch, along with Cosmic Ravioli, Little Lane, and Faster Lane. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you stay.
Pretend like they're all in their underwear.
Yeah.
That's how I view people. It makes me nervous too. When I see people in their underwear, I get all excited, and it's like,
it just makes me more nervous.
That's why I don't go to water parks.
Oh,
No.
Water parks are like a weird idea. So are beaches.
Like water parks
let's just
the
get
only acceptable place to see people in their underwear, and everyone's okay with it. But like,
what happens if you're at the water park and some dudes
really
just walk
underwear.
around like what do you do? Some dudes just walk around like rock hard. How do you?
It's just acceptable public underwear. That's all it is.
Okay, I agree with this.
What do you do at that point, Geronimo?
you get on your knees and
No.
and just hope he doesn't come after
Pray to
you.
God.
just hope he doesn't come after you, bro. That
reminds me of what I was taught in Taekwondo. They were like, well, if you ever come across a guy with a gun, and I'm like, ooh, I get to learn how to defend from a gun. And they're like, beg for forgiveness and hope they don't kill you. And I'm like, well, this is stupid.
That
Most
doesn't
people
help.
have guns. Most people will put me in this situation. I am not ready to defend myself.
So like, to be fair, like, if you're up close to a person with a gun pointed at you, like, there's ways to defend against it. But I mean, if you're like 5 feet, you know, like the average height of a person, what would you say, like 5'6", 5'7"?
Well, it's supposed to be like 5'9", I guess, but I don't know.
The average height for a male, I think, is 5'9" to 6, and then the average height for a female is like 5'5" to 5'9".
So if they're like 5-6 feet away from you, like, that trigger, that bullet's gonna go a lot faster than like any move.
No, you can't do anything at that point.
Yeah, so there's
You're really short.
Yeah.
They just aim down. They just aim down at you. What do you mean?
No. Wait, can I just slap it away? I mean, can't my...
Well, you're like 5. How long are your arms? He's like 5-6 feet away.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Like a real boy, Papa, and your arms just stretch.
Your extendo arms.
Yeah,
Go
average height
slap
for an
the guy
American
with
male is 5'9". Average height for an American woman is 5'4".
Oh my,
Yep.
I'm like 5'3", maybe.
So you're like average height, almost.
Pretty average, almost.
Sweet. Well, it's unknown, my height.
Yeah.
I wear heels every time I go to the doctor, so my height changes.
I think
They measure your height in the heels.
Yes, I refuse to take them off.
That doesn't sound very accurate.
someone correct. Oh, go ahead. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's France that has a rule where, like, if someone pulls a knife on you, you're not allowed to pull out something like a weapon grade higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Germany. It's called
It's-
excessive self-defense, and that law applies even if someone breaks into your home. So if someone breaks into your home with a bat and you just stab them, that is excessive self-defense, and you can also be fined for that.
I mean, they're both melee weapons. Is it really?
You have to bat fight that man.
You have to bat fight them.
If a professional martial artist breaks into your house and he's ready to like Taekwondo kick you in the like, jugular and throw you out your window, you have to just fist fight that man and hope to God that he doesn't beat you into oblivion.
I mean, I guess it works out because that one movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when he had a bunch of people like breaking into his home, he just kicked their asses.
Not everyone's a badass, though.
That's true.
Not everyone's a movie star.
I wouldn't.
I'm not a movie hero.
I wouldn't survive.
No, fuck it. I'm shooting them, and I'll just shoot them and take the L. You know, I'll take the fine.
Yeah, here in my state, I have like a taser and pepper spray on me at all times, and then like a flame thing.
Flame thing.
A flamethrower?
Catch 'em on
You keep
fire?
a flamethrower with you?
You get the lighter with the hairspray. Just fucking catch them on fire if they attack you.
What is it? It's like a lighter. You push a button and then like a torch. It's a torch. Yeah.
Oh, it's a torch. Yeah.
Well, like a blowtorch?
Yeah.
Ooh,
What the?
that is dangerous.
Hell yeah.
Does it have a safety?
I mean, if it's off, it's off.
That's fair.
Damn. Pretty hardcore.
They do make those little pocket flamethrowers. That would be an effective weapon. Can you imagine someone trying to break into your car and you like look all scared and then you're like, "Ha, gotcha, bitch," and then you start flamethrowing their face off.
Call an ambulance.
Yeah, blow torching their face off. Call an ambulance. You just tried to jump me.
No, like it's like this scene, right? This guy like walks up. He walks up to you in the middle of the night. You're like gonna cross the street because you don't want to be on the same side as this guy. So you like go to cross the street and he like walks up to you real quick and he pulls a gun out and he says, "Give me all your money." And so you pull out your blowtorch and you start melting his gun and he just looks at you, dead stares in your eyes, and a tear comes out of his eye because this was the only gun he could afford. His family was starving. He just wanted your money. You slowly melt his gun in front of him. And you go, should have had a better weapon. And then you go to prison for excessive self-defense.
Oh my god.
So sad.
Jeez.
No, I'm going to be real. People in Germany not being able to defend themselves with anything more than the people that are attacking them had. I don't know if that's a good idea for Germany. I don't know if their history's.
Aren't they sending people?
I don't
to,
know if their history. I don't know. I don't know if their history. Like,
I heard, aren't they sending people to like COVID concentration camps or something?
I don't know if that was fake or not. I don't
know. I
You
didn't
know-
look too far into it, but I wasn't all that surprised.
You know what's crazy about that? No one was surprised.
No one was surprised.
Misleading report says Germany to put. Okay, so it says it's misleading, but I want to see.
Misleading. We're not putting them into concentration camps. They're just normal, safe.
Germany is planning
camps.
to put quarantine violators in detention centers and refugee camps. That's the claim. Okay, so a Facebook post shared by a widely followed account in the name of South African politician claims the pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca, whose COVID-19 vaccines are set to be rolled out in the country, is owned by a rich Chinese man. False. Okay, wait.
What is that? What?
Wait.
What does that have to do?
Wait a minute. So the only thing that's false about this story is the fact that it's owned by a rich Chinese man. They're still putting people in camp. The fact about rich Chinese man is the false part. Well, that's not fact checking what you said you're fact checking. You're just fact checking China people. Well, I don't know what was your fact check. Oh wait, no. Okay, hold on. What?
Update.
That's just a different fact check. Wait, hold on. What is happening?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Totally
Okay, so
the important part.
Okay, what's true? Germany's 16 federal states have the authority to detain repeated offenders of COVID-19 quarantine regulations at the time of this reporting. 4 states have plans to use existing spaces as potential quarantine detention centers in 2 cases. So they're basically putting people in prison for repeated offenses, but they're not putting them in prison. Prison seems a bit excessive.
Okay, but can we remember that Thomas was just following orders?
He was.
Oh my god.
He was taking them to quarantine camps.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was taking the offenders to quarantine camps. Have you seen that video, Lane?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Matt,
no.
you wanna pull that video up?
That is a
I can
video
send it
for
to her.
later.
Yeah.
You want me to send it to her so she can watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will. Anyway, so apparently, in 2 cases that facility is on the grounds of a refugee center, and in another the facility is on the grounds of a juvenile detention center. Yawn.
Wow.
What's false? However, here's what's false about it. However, the use of these facilities at the time of this reporting is largely theoretical. In theory, they would be reserved only for extreme cases involving repeat offenses. So it is true, but only for people that just keep running out and like coughing in people's faces.
Is it like that, or someone who just like didn't wear a mask outside?
Well, it's someone who didn't wear a mask repeatedly.
Oh,
Like it's not like if you walk outside without a mask, they're gonna like kick you to the ground, put handcuffs on your back, and drag you into a train, and then send you off to the camps.
Oh, that's good. Only if you do it. Only if you go outside.
Yeah, only if you do it like 4 times.
Oh no. What a deviant he is.
He is a deviant.
You know, I feel like 4 times is always a good number, though.
No, 3 times and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out. This is.
Yeah,
common.
but they're giving him extra chances now, so it's like,
Oh, so they
come
have
on,
one
bro.
extra, like, bro, really?
yeah,
like
like
3 times we've tackled you to the ground and forced you to wear a mask. We've put this mask down your throat at this point. When you breathe, we can hear the fabric flapping against your jugular. Please, just wear a mask.
can
And the guy's like,
Oh no.
You're
Bro.
killing people, damn it.
bro, but if you're a ghost, you don't have to wear a mask.
I say we just kill COVID violators.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh wow. Oh, wow.
I don't know about that.
That's a little
Oh, we
excessive.
speak- oh, yeah, okay.
Then
Germany putting people in camps isn't excessive.
what
Okay,
about?
Germany?
But
Also, if you speak ill of the leader of North Korea, you're also a COVID violator. Just saying.
I agree.
I did not know about this.
that
Also,
man
poor
still
opposite
paralyzed?
training.
Is that man still paralyzed?
Oh,
Is Kim
I don't
Jong Un
know.
still
bro,
paralyzed?
he's old. Well, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. I haven't heard about it lately. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
Remember when he was
about it.
paralyzed and there was those
Hey,
memes about him
Trapped
being, like,
off. Thanks for the follow.
Remember when he was paralyzed and there was the memes about him being like a puppet that they would host around so people wouldn't be like, oh, he died. So they would puppeteer this dead body around and like. I remember when
Yeah,
this was a
I
meme.
remember that.
Yeah. I remember that.
remember.
Wow. I forgot about that. Seems so long ago.
Jeez.
That was in April of 2020. Okay, so what happened?
Wow.
So what happened? Is he fine now, or is it? We don't know.
I don't know. Let me see if I can find anything.
Who knows?
4 weeks ago he did something, so he's not dead.
Was it really?
When I was-
him?
When I was over there before we left, they were like, I think some of the guards were like for their side was like shooting at like a building in the DMZ, or like they blew up a building or something. I don't know. They did something like that. I was like, oh shit. Hopefully war doesn't pop up before I get out of here.
The Korean, the Korean like armistice or whatever it's called, it's over, right? Like that's all done.
What do you mean, like
there's no
non-aggression pact kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they agreed to have like
I think the
you know,
war
their
like
own
officially
sides
ended.
and a
Yeah.
DMZ, and it's officially over. But I
Yeah.
mean, shit.
That's not saying people won't march over and just start popping caps. Like that can still happen.
Bro, until they start bringing out the mechs. Mechs solve all the problems. Like that 40-foot one they have in Japan of a Gundam that actually
I
moves.
I remember seeing that.
I was excited about mechs. Like I was like, "Oh, this could be the new form of war, like giant mechs fighting each other." And then I thought about it. Have you ever seen a movie where mechs fight each other? It's just cities being destroyed. I don't know if I'm too excited about a city being destroyed in the process of just like a world battle. Like
acceptable losses.
I don't know about that, man.
Acceptable losses for mechs? No.
As long as
They
it's
would
not
be
my
fighting
city,
in
acceptable
space.
losses.
Oh, facts. Like I'm only worried because I'm worried about my city. Like I could care less about other cities, but like I still don't
Wow.
want it to happen because then it gives it the chance.
Yeah, well, I think anything's fair game when it comes to mechs, but I think they should be fighting in space.
Like if I'm chilling in
Oh,
my
yeah,
house and there's a
much
mech fight outside and they just pick up my house to throw it at the other mech, there I go.
Bro, unless
No-
Unless you-
Are you imagining a WWE match with just mechs?
yeah, and like houses
Yes.
are like the
Those
chairs that they throw. Yeah.
Bro, I'm
Houses
not
are the
in,
new chairs.
I'm not into like I was never into like mech animes or like mech TV shows, but the one that I did like was fucking Big O. Did you ever see that one?
no.
I had never.
Bro,
seen
that one
No.
was so good. It's like the mech with the giant pistons in his arms. Whenever he's about to punch, like the piston goes back, and then as he's swinging, like the piston just fucking like lands and fucking he hits hard as fuck, bro.
I still
telling
need
you.
to watch Eva.
There's
I
no
still
way
want
you
to
haven't
watch
seen Big O.
Evangelion.
I watch like obscure ones, like Escaflowne that has mechs in it, and then the original Gundams. It's like 2000 something. I grew up watching that one too.
All right, but can we all vote that redo of Healer is the best anime out right now?
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
I
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's not.
I would not recommend it.
I wouldn't
I
either.
would not.
It's
I would not
for
recommend watching it.
anyone. Anyway,
It is-
Evangelion is apparently a really good mech anime, and it's something that I want to watch. I didn't like Darling in the Franxx. I might get attacked by the weebs for saying that, but I didn't like Darling in
Ooh,
the Franxx.
I didn't like it either, to be
Finish
honest.
it, but
There's
the
a lot of
part
people that didn't like it.
I thought I liked it, but I haven't finished it yet. I guess the ending is what really gets people. But
No, it wasn't the ending for me, man.
any.
Like the beginning was fine, I guess, but like it like led to this huge like it was like this big deal. Like there was a big thing that happened. I don't want to spoil it for you. There's this big thing that happened to the main character, and it's like he either dies or whatever, and then it gets solved, and then it's never talked about again, and then you just feel like there's nothing left. But then there's like
do that. No.
But then there's like nothing about it. Like it felt like it would be the conclusion. You figure out what happens and how they solve that issue. No, it just gets solved and everyone's okay now.
What? I don't
Ooh,
like
I
that.
I saw something like that in Hunter x Hunter too, actually, because I was reading up about it, and it kind of disappointed me.
Yeah, I don't like when an issue that could be a climax to either an arc or a series just becomes like a
Just
minute
gets solved.
point.
Forgotten. Yeah, you know
It's
what?
like, oh, this happened.
I mean, it has purpose in the later part of the story, but it was such a major point that they never really talk about again that I'm like, that's kind of weird.
I think an anime you guys might like. It's called Konshugashi. I'm probably saying that wrong because I don't speak Chinese, but it's essentially about this.
It's a Chinese one.
It's a Chinese anime. Basically,
Send link.
I will. It's about a pro gamer who plays this MMO, and it's really about how fast your reflexes are. It's really based on how quickly you can react to things, and it's just like dream MMO essentially, really quick with real time speed. And this pro gamer basically like he gets forced out of his company because they wanted someone younger to take over the role, and they basically forced him to sell his account that he had been working on since he was a kid, and he is one of the best known players in this game, and it's essentially his saga of going from ground one, like starting from scratch, having nothing and trying to get back to where he was, and then kind of forming his own guild, and no one really knows who he is yet because he has such a large reputation, but he's like pretty anonymous. But then people start catching on that like, oh, he's the only one who can do like, let's say this attack, he's back. So yeah, it's a really good anime. I recommend it, and the animation's gorgeous, the writing's done really well, and I'll go ahead and link that.
Sounds interesting. I remember the first time I saw like a Chinese anime, it was so weird to me after only watching Japanese, because I was like, why does this sound so weird? I'm like, this isn't Japanese. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a really different language. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
people
super
get it confused, I guess, but it's so
No.
different.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, this ain't right.
So while we're on the topic of anime, have you guys seen any of like the top tier fucking horror ones? Like, I guess it wouldn't be horror like Erased. Erased is a good one.
I love Erased. I'm actually rewatching it right now.
My God, the concept of that one is just crazy.
It's amazing. I feel like it's a really good introduction anime. Even if people don't like horror, the story is just so amazingly well done. I feel like anyone can just appreciate just the show itself.
I know Matt has watched When They Cry.
When They Cry When They Cry is good, but it needs an update that's not the update right now. Like the update right now is not good enough for it. I like the original anime is alright, I guess, but it needs an update. Same with Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied needs an update bad. Elfen Lied's a great anime, but it's not a good anime. Elfen Lied's a great anime that's not a good anime. Like that's the only way I can describe Elfen Lied. Like it's horrible and it's not well animated for most of it. Like yeah, the first episode's so cool and so great, but most of it's not well animated. It's really like cringy at some moments, and it's really like overdrawn out. But if they went and redid it well, I think it could be a really good show.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Have you guys seen like indie horror games turned into animes? That's something I'm really into.
Yeah.
No.
Angel of Death or whatever.
Exactly. There's also Corpse
Oh,
Party.
that was one of
Oh,
those.
Uh,
They're really good. I recommend them.
Corpse
Corpse
Party
Party
is
is so. I like Corpse Party.
I
Wait,
love
Corpse
You turned
Party's
Corpse Party
nuts.
into an anime?
I've been wanting.
yeah. Have you not
What?
seen it? It's 4 episodes.
No.
It's nuts.
It is
Bro,
crazy.
I
want
need to watch that.
it just because it's so traumatizing though. Like
Corpse Party was originally like a pixel art game, right?
Yeah.
Like one of those little like.
It was a RPG maker game.
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of walk around in the little school. It's all falling apart.
Yeah,
all
that's
that.
what Angel of Death was.
Yeah, that too. I watched the Angel of Death anime though. That
Yeah.
one was pretty
No,
fucking hardcore. I liked it.
the game, and it's done exactly like the anime.
Oh yeah.
Going back to Corpse Party, the whole idea of that freaks me out. Imagine just like getting transferred to like a parallel dimension.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
is that what you would consider it, like a parallel dimension?
I
Yeah.
mean, it was more like purgatory, wasn't it? Because they were stuck in a purgatory. Because like everyone that had died was there continuously dying over and over.
Yeah.
The way that they died, so it was like more like purgatory.
God,
I
that
guess I don't really know.
It would be a. I guess
That-
it would be purgatory.
that
yeah.
terrifies me.
But I think it goes a little bit into dimensions just because while you're playing the game, it's a little confusing. But like the past, like the future, sometimes you come across it, but you don't know what had happened yet because it already happened. Like it happened at a different
Mhm.
time, and like also your decisions also affect everything. So I feel like if you consider all these decisions being made, like different dimensions are being impacted. But I don't know. I haven't played the game in a really long time.
Well, we all know Matt doesn't believe in the supernatural, so
Really?
Damn, bro. He doesn't believe in ghosts.
I do.
Matt,
But
so what are you gonna do if you just like start getting possessed by a demon one day?
Go to bed.
no,
Oh,
I mean, the demon like wants to go nuts, right? So if I like go to bed, it make him pretty mad. Like even I can't wake myself up in the middle of sleeping, so he can't wake me up.
Well, like,
If he's me, he can't wake me up.
well, like
You
I
never like saw a ghost or something?
No.
have you ever seen like the Paranormal Activity movies? I mean, I guess it's not really credit like
Good example.
a good place to be pulling this from, but like
Oh, we're starting on this? Okay.
yeah.
Have I ever seen a Paranormal Activity movie? Yeah, I've also seen Godzilla. I don't know what your point is here.
and the argument of not believing in the paranormal, but I've had personal experiences that I think are unexplainable, and that's
Same
why
here.
I believe in it.
I mean, to be fair, not saying you're a caveman, and this is just for the analogy. Like, if we went back in time and had a phone and a caveman saw it, he would think we are magic. We're not magic.
No, it's not really like the situations that have happened to me aren't really like, oh, it could have been this. It's just things where you're like, what the fuck was that? There's literally no explanation for this. So the closest explanation you do have is like, maybe it was a ghost.
I do
Yeah.
have a problem with this isn't again, still don't believe in ghosts. This isn't a ghost story. It sounds like a ghost story, but it's not. So when I wake up, like right when I wake up, I get
Mhm.
really hazy and I'll stay half asleep for a second.
Mhm.
There was a problem for a little while where I would wake up and I'd just see someone standing over my bed and I'd just like go to punch the crap out of them. Like my first thought, like someone's standing over my bed, I gotta kill it. Like so I just go and then like as soon as I get close, like I like fully wake up and I like catch my breath and I'm like, oh okay. The first time it happened, I actually yelled because it freaked
Fuck
me out.
that,
I was
bro.
like, "Why are you
Fuck
standing?"
that.
It happened a
That's
few more
scary as
times,
fuck.
and then after like the 5th time, I just ignored it.
That so like what did it end up being? Was it like just a shadow casted, or like were you seeing like an actual
No,
face?
I actually okay. So it was just a black outline of a figure, but I actually will get stuff like this not just shadowy figures. But I've woken up in my bed and looked down at my bed, and I saw a spider the size of like my hand crawling up my bed, moving on my wall, and then I like
Hell no.
Like I genuinely,
What
when I
the
wake up
fuck?
in the morning, if I'm like a little bit lucid, I will see anything.
Maybe like a sleep paralysis.
It's kind of like sleep paralysis, but I'm able to move and breathe and everything. I've been in sleep paralysis. It's not fun.
I've had it once, and it was
Sleep
fucking terrifying.
Sleep paralysis is the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah, 'cause you can't breathe. Like I hate it.
When go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
When I still lived in California, there was a good month where me and all my friends would all have sleep paralysis on the same night.
What?
Bro, the stories Geronimo has told me about he's told me ghost stories, and they're scary as hell.
So my cousin has actually been seeing ghosts since she was little, and I've been there some of the times. There was one time where they had just moved out of this old house, and it was just us. We went back because the reefers were calling. This was a long time ago, and we went back into that house.
Marijuana's.
They still had the keys, so we went back into that house, and we went upstairs in the room, and then just started like hotboxing it, and like before we even started, we started hearing noises, and we thought it was like the new people that were moving in, but we went downstairs to check, and nobody was there. So we were like, all right, that's fine. And then we went back up to the room. Fucking basement door slams. And we're like, what the fuck? And like went and checked it out too. And fucking nothing was there.
Well, I have a few ghost stories if I can share.
Yeah,
we'll go back and forth.
One thing before you start. See, here's my problem with ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts, not even a little bit. Like, not even the possibility. But I am also a chicken, so I wouldn't go into a haunted house because I don't want to die.
Because if it is real, fuck that.
Well, yeah, like, I've been wrong. Like, I've been wrong before. But genuinely, I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm too scared to prove myself.
I don't believe it, but I ain't trying to find out. Fuck around and find out.
It's my house. I'll be like, alright, fair enough. But like I invite any ghost to come to my house, come to my crib, come chill. I prove yourself.
No.
Like genuinely, come get me. I am inviting you.
Really? Do you mean that? Watch something freaking fly across his room, right?
Bruh.
Good.
Right.
At least I'll know. Like, what's
The-
gonna do to me? Like,
I'm sorry.
The fucking shadow man's gonna pop out and be like, you remember that time you hit me, bitch?
I hit him like 4 or 5 times.
Came for revenge.
He's gonna come out and straight fucking deck you, Matt.
You know what? That's fair. Like, if he was a real dude, I kind of feel bad for decking him in the face like 8 times.
Talking shit too much.
Right.
Find out.
So, my sleep paralysis story relates to the ghost story, and I'll try my best to summarize it, and it happened over a very long time. It started when I was 13 and stopped when I was around 20. I'm 21 right now. So,
Okay.
very long time. So, my family, okay, so, Matt, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys will believe this, but I believe in it. That's all that matters. So my family has this odd thing that's kind of like premonitions. And I'll give you a few examples. In our dreams, and we'll have a feeling associated, like an, oh shit, this is gonna happen feeling. It's not, it only comes when it comes. That's what she said.
Wow, self-burn. Those are rare.
So, for example, my dad dreamt of 9/11 2 weeks before it happened. My sister dreamt of my sister being pregnant and what gender it would be before my sister knew she was pregnant. They're twins. And then I have a sadder version of this, and there's like sadder things, but I dreamt of my mom's autopsy before she passed away. So these are little examples, and you can explain it however you want. But yeah, so there's that. But after I dreamt of my mom's autopsy and then like reality came to be, I was pretty traumatized and I couldn't remember my dreams anymore. I know you don't stop dreaming, but I just couldn't remember them. And in middle school, everyone was talking about like, oh, I kissed this banana man in my dream.
Banana man.
Dreams. And I was like, wow, I want this form of escapism. So I went on Tumblr and I wanted to train myself to lucid dream. Unfortunately, I think I did something wrong because even though I was trying, it didn't happen immediately, but over like a series of months, I fell into sleep paralysis. And I didn't even know I fell into sleep paralysis. I thought I was just so lazy and so comfortable, I couldn't move from my bed. I was like, I'm just vibing. And the
Big
third
mood.
time, the third time I was like, I kind of want some donuts right now from the Maverick. And then I was going to walk to the gas station at like 3 a.m. But then I realized, oh shit, I cannot move. And this didn't happen like night by night. This happened over a long series of time. Just pointing that out there. The next time I fell into sleep paralysis, the shit I see. So imagine this, on your ceiling, imagine someone like just spider crawling. And it was this girl with like a white dress and then really long black hair just kind of staring at me. And she didn't move. She didn't move.
No.
I was scared. I couldn't move. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't do anything. And then each time I fell into sleep paralysis, she kept getting closer and closer. And as all these sleep paralysis things go, it ended up being that she was on my chest. And my dumb 13-year-old self was like, oh shit, I've seen too many horror movies. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get possessed. That's what I thought. So I would deprive myself of sleep. But you know what that means? You sleep longer when you do sleep, right? So sleep paralysis episodes were longer because I was so stupid. So she never moves. Like, she's not like crazy crawling or nothing, but when she's like right on my face, there's like this immense pressure. I can't even describe it. I've never felt. It's like almost someone sitting on your chest, but like pure force because there's nothing there. And like, I remember for the first time ever, she just moves like through me, and I wake up with like a like I was choking or something. And
fuck that.
Ever since then, I started remembering my dreams, but they were all nightmares. And through the period of years, in each of these dreams, I saw her in like the background of these nightmares. And these nightmares started getting more realistic. Beforehand, I couldn't see faces, and then I started seeing faces, and then I started feeling everything that was happening to me. Even though it may have not actually happened, I felt like what it could have been, I guess. It's really bizarre. And it's gone to the point now where if a dream is super realistic, I have to really follow it to be like, oh yeah, this is a dream. Like if I call 911 and the internet dial starts, or someone wants me to like shoot someone and they don't explain why, I'll be like, oh, this is a dream. This doesn't make sense. So yeah, but this is the ghost thing I wanted to tell you guys about. I met someone by the off chance. He's one of my really close friends. And I was telling him the same story in a lot more detail, and I was describing this girl really detailed, and he was kind of freaking out, and I was like, shut up, let me finish my story.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, right?
And he literally told me, because, like, through those years, at one point, I remember getting a little bit of consciousness, like a little bit of control in my dreams, and I was like, who are you? And then she just stopped appearing in my dreams. So I told him all this, and he was freaking out, and he was like, oh, I see her. Like, I see that girl in real life right now. And then I was like, what do you mean? Like, are you sure it's her? And we're pretty sure it's the same girl, just because, like, we're pretty sure it's around the same age girl. She was wearing the same thing. And
is that, like, normal for him?
Well, he doesn't like to acknowledge it. But, like, I guess when he's just, like, let's say he's at the mall, he'll just kind of see her in the crowd. Kind of like how I was seeing her in the background of my dreams, like in a crowd or something. That's what she does. Or like in the backseat of his car while he's driving. And like, I asked him if we could go like explore this a little more, find out who she is, and he was like, no, fuck that. That's how horror movies are.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
Wow, that's a smart guy. He's like, just ignore it, she'll go away.
I'm not guys in the horror movies. I'm like, let's go see what this means.
Yeah, hell no. I'll be the first one out the door. Like,
Then-
all right.
Then you get
Let's go.
into like a whole conspiracy theory, and then there's people that are like, I've been tracking her for 75 years. And then like it starts being more frequent, starts going all crazy, and then you got a horror movie premise on you.
Yeah, I'll never know
Telling
what
you.
it. I'll never find out the ending of the horror movie though. Rip.
Geronimo
that-
had a good one too. From his
That kind of
when
which
he lived
one?
On base.
Oh, the one of my friends.
Yeah.
So that it reminded me of that. So around the time that me and all my friends were getting the sleep paralysis, my friend had told me about this thing where he was already getting haunted. This was, I guess, before that then, because so where it started was my friend told me that he was asleep one night. Or actually, no, backtrack. He was taking a shower one day, and a girl with the same kind of description that you're giving appeared to him in the shower. He said that she was just looking at him, and that 1 second she was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, and then the next second it was like a demon.
Whoa, it's
She
like
was
that
trying to
one
have
horror
some shower time, bro.
And
Yeah.
That's what I would have been on. I would have been like,
And then-
"Yeah."
it's like
No.
it's like my fear of like getting soap in my eyes when I'm in the shower, because I don't want to see shit like that. Like, I don't want to just like have shit appear in front of me. So you always got to do that quick rinse whenever it happens. I'm talking like 5-second open eyes, even if it burns.
I don't
See,
know.
this is why you have
my-
like the. This is why you gotta have like the glass doors. That way, someone can't like stab you through the curtains and shit.
I don't
Okay,
know why
okay,
my
that's
first reaction
different.
When
That's
that stuff happens, my first reaction is punch. I don't know why. It
Yeah.
always is.
Fight.
Like I legit punched my wall.
That's see that's different though. Like if someone were to come in my shower and like stab me, like I think I'd be more okay with that than like being bamboozled in the shower, like and then having
Yeah,
to just
God,
disappear.
bro,
You
'Cause
just,
that means
feel
it's
so
still there.
vulnerable, though.
That means it's
so
still there,
vulnerable.
bro.
Yeah.
I realized my reaction to those situations is just acceptance. Because there was one time where I live with 2 roommates,
Mhm.
and I thought both of them were home alone. I was just showering by myself. I thought I locked the door. Then I hear someone walk in, and the bathroom door's locked. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't have anything in here to defend myself with except maybe the toilet plunger. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna finish showering because I'm gonna die anyways. There's like no way. So
Might as well die clean.
I don't even stop what I'm doing. I'm playing music. I'm just continuing my shower, and then with the towel around me, I'm like kind of peeking with like the shower still ready. And then I see my roommate, and I literally get so fucking scared. But I was like, wow, I could have died. Like I literally did nothing. I did nothing.
So
So
I carry that knife with me everywhere. So like whenever I'm about to take a shower, I just pull it off my pants.
Yeah.
And I just put it on the counter, you know.
I need my taser with me in the shower. Apparently. Shit.
okay, I don't think that's a good idea. You're gonna end up committing toaster bath.
Well, no, the counter.
Like if they're coming at you mid shower, you still have the water running, and your first reaction is grab the taser and light it, then like you're fucked. You're
You might.
So are they.
Hey, but if
I
you
mean,
get
so
tased, they get
are
tased too, maybe.
Like if
I
they're
don't
in
know.
the shower, so are they. Like,
if I'm going down, so are you.
You just give them a big hug
Use
and
the
you
water.
fucking tase both of yourselves. You
Fuck
know?
you, bitch. You don't
um,
get to do this shit for free.
yeah. But then after the shower story, he didn't tell his roommate anything, so he went to bed that same night and he saw his chair moving, like by itself. He woke up in the middle of the night and his chair was just moving, and it was like faced away from him and it turned towards him. And then after that, he's like, fuck that, because he could just see the shadowy outline of a figure right next to it. So he
Aw.
turned towards the window and her face is right there on the other side of the fucking glass.
Oh no, fuck that.
So-
no, I would literally start crying. No.
So nothing happened for a while, and he didn't say shit about it until one day we were in his room talking about it, and then his roommate had said like, bro, like I've seen her too.
What?
Because I guess he had his music playing one day, and it started to sound all distorted. So my boy woke up, my friend Ortiz woke up, his roommate, and he's like, when I looked at you, she was right there by your bed and you were asleep.
Hell no.
And he's like, and as soon as when I seen her, she just walked towards the bathroom and disappeared.
He just went in shower time, bro, and he wouldn't give it to her.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but we're thinking that that's what started all of us, because we did some stupid shit after that, you know, because we were like, huh?
Did you play the Ouija or something?
The Ouija board? No, we did it worse. We did worse. We opened the portal. We put a mirror to a mirror,
Oh.
and that's supposed to like let that shit in.
Oh wow.
And then the room just started to feel weird after a while, so I took it off, and then nothing happened for a while, and then I remember one day we were all in my room, and what's it called? My friend was walking, like it was me, my friend Torres, and my friend Lopez, and like my boy Torres kept feeling like Lopez was touching him because they were right next to each other, and he was like, no, I'm not, it wasn't me, bro, like I'm not touching you. And then like whatever, so we went to leave the room, and my boy Torres, being right after me, felt something touching him, and my boy Lopez in the back, I guess, started like, he said he felt like somebody had their hands wrapped around his throat.
Oh shit.
And that was the first day that all of us started getting sleep paralysis on the same night, and that went on for about a month or two until I left the base. And then when I finally got home is the first time I felt it. One time when I got home, and then after that it just went away.
Dude, it's so weird how sleep paralysis, it genuinely like will happen to you for a little segment in your life and then disappear. Like sleep paralysis is actually like, I don't know why it does that, but it happened to me like a few times in like a month, and then it never happened again.
Well, they say that the reason sleep paralysis happens is because your brain is awake but your body is still asleep.
Yeah, like your conscious is awakened, but your body's like, nah, you're asleep, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But
The
like,
only time it ever happened to me, I remember because my mom came in to like wake me up for school, and she like walked into my room, and I could see my entire room, like because I was like facing like my ceiling, but a little bit to the right, and I was in the far left corner, so I could see my whole room. I saw her open the door, walk into my room. She was like, "Get up, it's time for school." And then I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything, but I could see her, and I couldn't respond to her. I couldn't tell her that I'm like asleep, but like I was asleep, and I could see her, and I was sitting there trying to tell her I'm asleep. I can't move. Help me. And I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move, and I'm like sitting here like, well, here we go. This is it.
I'm dead.
And then so like, she's like sitting there trying to wake me up, and then I like felt her like grab my arm to wake me up because I had to go to school because we were running late. As soon as she grabbed my arm, I opened my eyes, and it was like before she gets up in the morning, and my door was closed, and it was like 4 a.m. And I'm like, what in the world?
What the fuck?
Crazy.
Time travel, bro.
that's
Weird.
I did.
that's
It was
insane.
strange.
You were early to school, I bet.
No, we were running late that day. We were always running late. That was-
I went back to sleep and then ran late anyway.
yeah.
He just
I
went back to
bed.
sleep.
I was like, yeah, I did. I was like, well, I mean, if I die, I die.
Oh, what's
Can't
in?
really, like, I don't believe in ghosts, but if like one came to my house, it's not like I can fight it. Just like there's not much I can do. I mean, I'm gonna swing at it, but like it's not like I can hit it. So I'll try. But like,
True.
Have
just
you
go to bed, like it ain't gonna kill you.
Have you guys ever heard the stories of like there's one of like a baby that like you'll hear it like crying, and then I'm pretty sure it's the baby one. It's something like where if you hear it like loud and far away, it's actually right behind you, but if you hear it close, then it's far away. And like you're not supposed to look at it. Have you ever heard those stories?
No.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Hell.
well, when I was in college, I was friends with this Colombian dude. Like, he was actually from Colombia. And,
Oh yeah,
I-
some of those stories are cool.
I forget his name, but, Miguel. Miguel was his name. Obviously. What's it called? So, I guess him and his cousin were going from, like, this party, and the only way to their house, because they're in, like, rural areas, so, like, the only way to their house was through a fucking cornfield.
The fuck?
And, so they start walking through it, and then they start hearing it, like,
A baby?
crying behind them. Yeah. And, his cousin's like, don't look back, don't turn around, just keep walking. And then it, like, sounds super close, and he's like, just keep walking, whatever you do, don't turn around. And they're still walking through this fucking cornfield, and then it just starts to sound like it's getting farther and farther. So they start running,
Oh my gosh.
and they finally make it out, and it's like it's like not even there anymore. Like, they barely made it, but it was like right behind them.
Crazy.
What the fuck,
Oh my
bro?
God.
That same guy, there was a time where his mom was gone on business, and his grandpa was like at the store or something. So they were playing PS2 at the time, I think, in the room, because his cousin had gotten into the occult, so he was doing like a whole bunch of like demonic
that.
shit,
Hell no.
and he was calling it, and he was like in a real bad place. So they were like playing PS2 and shit, and they're at my boy Miguel's house, and next thing you know, he hears his mom calling him from downstairs, and he's hella confused because she's supposed to be out the country. And he calls his mom, and he's like, are you home? And she's like, no. Why? What's up? And he's just kind of like, oh, nothing, love you, goodbye. And then he calls his grandpa, like, are you home? And he's like, no, I'm still at the store. Why? And he's like, same thing, love you, bye. And his mom is still calling him, Miguel, come here. And he's like not responding. And then she's like, Miguel, come here. And like progressively getting angrier and shouting at him to come downstairs in his mom's voice.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. It's trash.
And they just locked the fucking door and prayed for dear life until it went
crazy.
away.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hell nah, bro.
That's no. That's so scary.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, literally.
I have a plethora of ghost stories.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
it's so funny. Like, everyone that tells ghost stories, they're super freaky, right? Where's the ghost story where the ghost comes and chills and like plays split screen with you? Like, legit? Like,
Ghosts
why
don't care about split screen.
Could they
What do they care about?
even hold the controller?
Well, if they can kill you, they can hold the controller.
Well, you only see the scary ones, and the scary ones don't care about playing video games.
Why not? Are you saying that Jeffrey Dahmer didn't like video games?
I'm pretty sure he liked fucking cutting people's faces off more than he liked video games.
Yeah, I agree with this.
I mean, yeah, I like food more than I like video games, but I still play video games. Like,
Listen, he's on a different plane of existence. He only focuses on food, and that's fucking destroying you.
If I was a ghost, I'd like to think I just would be like, hey, let me play that game real quick. I'll help you get
See,
back.
all the good ghosts go to heaven, so you're not just chilling around like the bad ones, you know.
what if ghosts are all friendly and it's just like we're just too stupid to comprehend it?
Yeah, they're just trying to kill us.
I don't
And,
know. I
it's
think
nice murder, you know?
Death is
Nice murder. Nice murder.
no, death
friendliest
is just
murder
an
you've
entrance
seen.
to their world, right? So like, they're just trying to help us out and get them over there.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
I
I know.
wonder-
Like, I don't need to die yet.
so. If someone dies by a ghost, do they also become a ghost, or do they move on?
Dude,
to like
if a ghost kills me and I become a ghost, I'm gonna be.
No, that ghost just that ghost
pissed.
devours your soul.
that's scary. No.
No,
That.
I'm pretty sure that like, I mean, like, assuming that they're coming from hell, I'm pretty sure that if like a demon or something kills you, you'd end up in hell.
Sad. See, that's why I don't know if it's
Well, it depends. Well, what if it's like the Pope? You know?
What?
The Pope in hell,
No, yeah.
No.
like a demon pope.
Oh, what if they killed the Pope?
Then God reaches his fat ass hand through the cloud and pulls him back. I don't know, bro. You just see a big fist with like a pimp ring on. Just grab the Pope like I got you.
I feel like the Pope would be able to defend himself though if it was with a demon. I mean, that's like the most knowledgeable you can get, I guess.
Have you guys ever watched like?
When you become a ghost, I would beat the crap out of the ghost to kill me.
Same.
Like, I would find it.
I'd be
and I
throwing
would
these ghost
be-
hands for all of eternity.
That have you seen Ghost Cops with cyanide and happiness? So they're like, it's like these two cops, and then it's like this old lady called them for like a ghost on her couch, and then they're like, oh, and then like the cop kills himself because he was missing with his nightstand. With his nightstick, so he kills himself to start beating the ghost.
Oh, no.
He's like he evened the playing field. That reminds
He turned
me.
into a ghost and started whooping his ass.
Yeah, that reminds me of what Matt was talking about.
When
Oh,
you
they both shot
describe-
themselves. Started beating.
when
Matt,
you describe
stream
ghost
it.
Fighting,
I already watched it all and closed it.
Oh.
when you describe ghost fighting, you kind of make it sound like prison. Like, oh, if I become a ghost too, I'm gonna beat his ass.
I mean, listen, like all ghosts
Become
are
top
mean,
dog.
right? So they're clearly criminals. So like it's prison time. I mean,
Prison rules.
I'm gonna make a ghost drop the soap. You think I won't?
Oh,
no.
Oh no!
Oh, no. I don't know if I like where this is going.
Oh no!
Drop the ghost soap.
Do ghosts need to shower though? I mean,
They will now.
They did with Geronimo's friend.
oh yeah.
That's true.
They need to shower. Maybe she was just trying to get clean. Maybe she just thought she lived there and didn't even know that man lived there.
Well, it was the barracks. It was the
Yeah,
barracks.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah, maybe she just thought she lived there. Like maybe it's just
like,
a different reality rifting into ours, and she just thought
It's like
she lived
Silent
there.
Hill, you know? At
Yeah.
the end of Silent Hill, you remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
When they were there, they were at home, but they were like still in the ghost world and shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, what if it's just tears into different realities and not actually dead people or ghosts? Like it's just tears into different realities. So all you were seeing was someone just living their lives, but it freaked you out because you can't comprehend that reality.
Isn't there a theory that the ghost, like, in between is just another dimension? I think there's, like, a theory of
Maybe.
that.
I'm sure
somewhere.
there is.
I've also heard the one that Matt's talking about.
Oh, I just made that up right now. I didn't.
No, that's an actual theory. That's an actual theory where it's just parallel universes shifting into one.
Good
and
to
that's
know
why
that
we-
Parallel
all-
humans look scary as fuck though.
Good to know that all ghost theorists are as smart as me. I don't know if
Oh,
that says a lot.
Oh, no.
Have you guys seen the one? It's. I don't like BuzzFeed, but BuzzFeed has these two guys that go around looking for ghosts, right?
Yes,
And
I
one
love
of them doesn't
watching-
believe in ghosts, and the other one
Ugh.
does. And they will
That's
take him to like the most haunted places ever. And the guy will just like run around, like, "Come on, come get me, please!" And he'll like run his camera around. He'll run around looking for him. He'll sleep in these places at night, and then they still haven't. They still
Yeah.
haven't found one. The dude's like,
Yeah.
"Please, I just want to be proved wrong."
So-
That's kind of true.
I don't remember. I'll have to find it and show it next time, but or send you the link after. But there's this one I seen where they're like, we set a camera up here and we left it for about an hour, so we're gonna check to see if there's a ghost in here now. And it's literally just a guy with a white sheet on. Yeah, and then they're like, all right, is there any ghost in here? And then he's like, nope, no ghost down here. It's the same guy with the white sheet.
They start freaking out. Oh my god!
Nope, they're like, well, you heard him.
They went to a bridge where like demons were supposed to haunt, and he like went out to the bridge and just started cussing them out and was just yelling and was This man just goes. He's not afraid.
He's probably nah. Maybe he's just a ginger, and they're like, oh, he doesn't have a soul. Why should we go to him?
He's not a ginger.
Have you guys ever seen the real like exorcism videos, or like real quote unquote?
No,
Oh.
I've been
Bro,
watching true crime, like historical cases of quote unquote like exorcisms, and they're usually really sad. But like real life ones, I haven't seen. Like the videos you're talking about.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna tell a dream I had. A story about a dream I had. That's what I was gonna do. I had. You want to hear a funny story?
yeah.
Okay. This has nothing to do with ghosts, not even remotely. we were just talking about dreams, and I was like, I gotta tell this dream.
There's a little disclaimer there.
Disclaimer: you might be able to follow it. So, I went to my cousin's house. I went over there a lot when I was younger because he was like one of my best friends when we were younger. I always hung out at his house. I went over there, and I was hanging out, but there was a lot of people in the room we were hanging out in, but it was only like the legs of people, and they were walking around, and I could only see like up to their knees, and they were walking around everywhere. But like when I looked up to see them, it was just like I didn't look up to see them. It was always infinitely just I was shorter. No matter like if I looked up, it always looked like I was looking forward. But like, so like everyone was walking around in that room. And then they kicked me and my cousin out of the house because they were like, we're busy, we're partying, we're doing something. And I was like, oh, okay. So we got kicked out of the house. And when we got kicked out of the house, my cousin turned into my other cousin. And so, like, I was, like, looking at him, and then he was just a new person, but I guess I just accepted it. And so we were like, well, we got to get back into that place. So we, like, went to an air vent, which there's not air vents in houses like that. Not like air vents that you see in spy movies, but there was here. And it was on the side of the house, and when we crawled in it, we were on, like, above the living room. So, like, we went into the bottom of the house, and somehow we're above the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we were crawling, and as we started crawling, you know the like, trippy, like, the drug dreams that they'll put in those, like, old, like, 80s and 90s movies where it's, like, all those pretty, like, wavy colors spinning around you?
Yeah.
Yeah, as we were crawling through it, it just became that. And then we kept crawling for a while, and then I was Gohan, and my cousin was Krillin, and then we just kept crawling until we got to the living room. But we never made it to the living room because the place we were crawling on just kept extending farther and farther. But then I finally got to an air vent, but it wasn't over a living room. I was looking down, and I could just see an infinite black void. And so I went down there because I was Gohan. I was going to beat him up. If there was anybody down there. I went down there, and as I started falling, it was me. But I was viewing myself in the third person, so I hated it.
For Lane, because she doesn't know that Matt hates everything third person.
Yeah, I don't like
he hates
third
person
games.
video games.
So it was probably a deep pain for him.
Yeah, so I was like falling, and it was like third person. And then as I was running away, I became like the lady from Tomb Raider, and I was running from a dinosaur, like a T-Rex, and then I woke up.
Wow.
Have you
That
guys
happened.
ever? Wait, it actually happened?
Yeah, no, it was a premonition.
Running away from the dinosaurs? Maybe.
He was an event.
He was Gohan.
He was an event. He's the imposter.
I don't know why I was Gohan and I was with Krillin. I don't know what happened.
Bro,
Did
why
Krillin
Krillin? Why
I don't
Krillin?
know.
Yeah,
Did he get blown up?
I don't know. Like, I told you exactly what happened. Like, that's how I viewed
Where's
it.
Yamcha?
I don't know.
Yes,
All right,
exactly.
what were you saying, Lane?
I was gonna say, have you guys ever had those really deep dreams that seem obscure but tell a lot about who you are as a person? Because I have one that I can share, but
I
it
think
says
so.
a
I don't
lot
even know
about
though.
my morality. So I'll give
I
you an
don't know.
example. I dreamt it was like a post-apocalyptic world, and I don't even know what was happening, but I was like an idol for the government, like singing songs and spreading propaganda because I guess resources were really scarce. And my deal with them was if I worked for them, then they could provide for my family, like my dad and my sisters and all that, that they would give them resources like that were really hard to get. Now remember, these like militia people, they took me, and it was like a friend. I wasn't even close to her. We're not even friends anymore, but she was in my dream. Her name's Alex, and we were idols together, and we were brought to, like, you know how movie theaters have like this red carpet and then like the entrance to the cinema where you like sit down and watch the movie? So it's like the entrance to that, and the militia people are like, lay down and sleep before you start. If we see you move, we'll kill you. So I'm like, okay, shit, I'm gonna lay down and sleep. I'm not trying to get shot, you know, I'm just here to work. So I lay down and sleep, and Alex comes up to me, and she's like shaking me, and she's like, we need to do something, and I was like grabbing her, and I was like, you need to lay down, like we'll shoot you, like you need to stop playing around, like, stop. You go to fucking sleep.
Bitch, I ain't trying to get shot.
For real. And then literally the militiamen, they had left for a little bit, but they started coming back, and I'm like, oh shit. So I immediately down, I'm trying to get her lay down, but she just stands up and they shoot her right in front of me. And I'm just, you know, so shocked, but then they forced me to go on stage, and then when I enter the cinema, it's like a school gymnasium. And then I go up on the stage, and I'm performing on like an assembly stage, I guess. And it was like a small amount of people, like maybe 300, and amongst the crowd was my brother, and I guess he was like a teacher. And after my performance, I went up to him and I was like, hey, how is mom? I mean, how is dad? And, you know, my sister, and how's the fam? Are you guys getting food? Making sure the government was holding up the end of their deal. And he was like, oh, I need to, like, let's go visit them. So we get in the car, this like fancy futuristic car with the militia. We go to my house, which is completely normal. And we go inside my family's house, and I see that they're lacking in water and food, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like, you guys aren't holding up to their end of the deal. So I go to the militia people, I'm like, can you just take my family to go get the things they need? Because you're not holding up your end of the deal. So my sister and dad go get groceries and resources they need. And I'm alone there with my brother and his girlfriend and their child. And for a little bit of context, his girlfriend is probably one of the worst people I've ever met in my entire life so far.
Oh, we hate her.
It's really horrible. She's a bitch. Let's just put it plainly. In my opinion. So basically, she just starts going crazy. Screaming off the top of her head. She has a gun, and she's like, she was like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna fucking shoot you guys, blah, blah, blah. And we have, my brother's son with us, and we put a couch up to kind of dodge the bullets. And there was a gun next to us, and I'm looking at my brother, and I was like, you have to do something. And she's, like, shooting at us actively while this is going on. And I could just see, like, the confliction on his face, and I just had this like gut feeling, and I was like, I knew what I was about to do. He was gonna hate me for it, but like with my conviction, I like literally looked at him, and I was like, fine, I'll do it. I grabbed the gun, I just shoot her.
Shit.
But that dream tells me, this is what I mean about like dreams telling you a lot about who you are as a person. Not that, you know, I'm sure it's exaggerated by a lot because it's my subconscious. But I feel like what that told me, because like each time, like when Alex died in my dream, I felt no guilt because like I felt bad, but like it's also like, oh well, I told you to get down and you didn't. And same with my brother, even though I wish he had taken the initiative and I knew he would hate me for what I did, I didn't feel bad because I knew, like, I felt right in my choices. That's what that dream told me about, is if I feel right in my choices, my morality gets skewed. Yeah, so that's what that dream told me. It was fucking weird apocalypse dream, but I was like, yeah, shit, if I feel like I'm in the right, maybe that's not good. So I became more self-aware about my conviction, and if if I'm truly right at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought
Pop
if you
your
would?
ass.
I mean, sometimes you got to, bro, especially in the apocalypse.
I mean, I would have popped it too. Sit.
Have you ever
Defended myself.
have you ever taken those tests to see if you would actually survive in an apocalypse? I mean, they're probably like they're all different, so like it's really nothing to go off of, but it's still like funny to see.
I think I only took like one on Instagram that was kind of poorly done. It said I would survive, but like I don't think it was super well
It's
done. I don't
bullshit.
feel like it really gave.
I've never taken any of those.
Because it was really easy. Like, oh, do you take a bike or a car? Like, of course everyone's
take
going to
one
take
now.
a fucking bike. Ooh, sure.
Let's take
Yeah.
one now. So one person will take it while the other three talk, and then we'll keep doing that. So I'll take
Okay.
mine first, and then I'll send you guys the link to the one that I take.
All right.
Okay.
But like right off the back, I would probably die as soon as the electricity goes up because I don't know how to start a fire with like twigs and shit. Well, you know what? We'll still have Zippo lighters and all that shit. So we might be okay for a bit, but like there's gonna be a big learning curve there for a while.
You know, it's funny you say that because there's actually a horror movie that came out. I don't know if I would exactly recommend it. It wasn't my cup of tea personally, but it's about hipsters who are purely on the internet, super in all that, go into like an apocalypse setting where aliens take over and they literally do not know how to do anything. Start a fire, protect themselves, get food. They don't know how to do anything. So it's just about them like figuring like how the fuck are we gonna survive this?
Yeah.
Did they survive?
It's open ended. I don't know.
They
I
died.
don't know. It's kind
They
of
all
a weird. No. Well, I
They're all
don't
dead.
want to spoil it. I don't know if you guys care.
I'm probably not gonna watch it. So
Basically, the aliens put them in a pod, and they're just floating in the sky, and that's where the movie ends. After all the shit they had been through, just like we don't know if they live in a better colony or like if they were turned into slaves, or we don't know because like they're aliens, you know, like we don't know.
Speaking
I don't know if they died.
Speaking of aliens, what is it, the fifth kind with like that therapist that's like in Alaska, and she's like psych evaluating all these people like in the area, and like they're all like, oh, we see this owl, I see this owl every night by my bed. Then she puts them into like hypnotherapy, where they like go to sleep, and she like kind of like pushes their mind back. This is based on real events, by the way. She's an actual person. And she pushes them back into the nights, and they see the owl at first, and then it turns into abduction, and they go like screaming because they remember what they seen.
What?
And they're like freaking out, like, no, don't take me, while they're still under hypno. And then they have live footage. Oh,
I've never seen that one. That sounds
Yeah.
scary, but I want to go under hypnotherapy. I want to know what I would.
I think
normally know.
it's
Figure
actually
out
called
if
the
we can
fourth
kidnap
kind.
them.
I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, and
Kind.
they have footage of the first guy that she put under, and he was like kind of like not making sense, but he held his family at gunpoint, and he killed his kids, his wife, and himself because he saw the aliens, or like because of what they did to him. And
They do to him.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it. I forgot if they even explained it, but
They hide something in his pussy. Shit.
yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's if I
Oh,
can figure out what movie it was, I'll send it so you guys can watch it, because it was really good.
Can I make a small confession?
Yeah.
Alien movies actually terrify me. I'm horrible with. I watch a bunch of horror movies, but alien movies, that shit scares. Like ghosts, sure, but fucking aliens, no way. I'm out of there.
Like, nah, they're real. They can fuck with me.
My
They
roommate.
got physical bodies.
My roommate, he showed me The World's End, and I literally had a nightmare. Like, I had nightmares, and I was in a cold sweat when I woke up. Like, the whole bed was drenched in my sweat. I was just terrified. I hate that movie. It was so scary. Have you guys seen that?
I
No.
think I've seen it.
The
What is
World's
it?
End?
What happened?
I can't even remember. I was just so scared. I wasn't even really paying attention because I was just terrified the whole time. Let me see.
I
The
feel like you
World's
get nightmares
End.
very easily.
No, it takes something. I think Tom Cruise is in it. Wait, who is it? Gary King. And wait, there's someone super iconic in this.
In 2013. Huh?
I don't know.
Oh.
Not all alien movies terrify me. Just because, well, look at Independence Day. Like that's pretty funny. That's the old
really.
Will Smith movie.
Yeah, I'm not good with like the world ending kind of movies. They kind of freak me out. I don't know. It just scares me a lot. But I found the summary. It's like an immature 40-year-old who's dying to take another step in an epic pub crawl that he's attempted 20 years earlier. He drags this. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. Never mind.
Hey, isn't that guy usually like a comedian or something?
Yeah. Wait, I have the wrong movie. Let me ask my roommate real quick.
Yeah, the movie's called The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. I don't know if I've seen it or not though.
Bro, it gets so intense because like the police are after the doctor eventually, and they're like trying to figure out like why like did you make him do this? And she's like, no, like we got it on tape. Like she was recording, and when he was remembering it, the like recording like went whack, like it went crazy, like it started glitching out and shit.
We gotta have a fucking movie night.
I'm down. Oh, I found out the name of the movie. It's called War of the Worlds.
Oh, that one's
I've seen that
crazy.
one.
That
That's
movie
the one with the big
freaked
like
me out.
tentacle spaceships and shit. Right?
Yeah, and the big and that loud ass oh.
Do you hear
Yeah.
this? Other people are scared of War of the Worlds. It's not just me. Okay, I'm talking to my roommate. I'm
I was
so
like
I
13.
wasn't scared of it. I was
like 13. It scared the crap.
He's saying
out of
War
me.
of the Worlds wasn't even scary, but literally, I didn't
When did it
see the
come
bed,
out?
like I might as well should have because I sweated so much. You know, it was horrible.
It came out in 2005.
It was too much. I watched
That
it
is
recently.
insane.
It made me cry. I was just no.
I wasn't scared of it. I saw it and I thought it I don't know, it's kind of funny how people just got wrecked by a fucking alien laser.
Yeah.
Like, it just like disintegrated people and their fucking clothes just fell down.
I mean, at least it was painless.
You guys want to see? You guys want to see something crazy? I don't know. Can
Yeah.
we show just a clip from a movie? Can we do
Not,
that?
well,
I mean,
Okay. So
I mean,
just
you're
don't
saying
show it
it's
on
from
your screen.
you're saying it's from a movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Just
so
don't
like
show it on your screen, Geronimo.
cite the reference, yeah.
Just don't show it on your screen, and I'll watch it real quick. It's one of the coolest openings to like a movie. That like I came downstairs, right, and my dad was watching a movie, and I sat there and I was like, "What are you watching?" He tells me the name of it, and then I'm sitting there watching it, and like a certain thing happens, and I'm like, "Oh!" like it catches me off guard, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta figure out the name real quick. Go ahead and keep
Can
talking.
I make a quick comment? So the reason alien movies terrify me to no end is simply because, like, especially War of the Worlds, they couldn't do anything, but also like the way people turned on each other and just got really desperate, which is really realistic. I felt like it was a really realistic way of like portraying people's desperation. Like, it just really scared me. Like, yeah, maybe I
True.
could run away from aliens, but people, I can't defend myself against that, and that's what really freaks me out. Is just how crazy people are.
I got it.
Um,
That's true.
I hate it. I don't like when tsunamis come. I don't like any of those kind of movies. Like natural
Tsunamis?
disasters, aliens, off the
Nobody
table.
likes a
Give
tsunami.
me
I
some
got it.
serial killers.
And
Give
I
me
am
some
now
ghosts,
streaming it.
but anything else, no.
Can you view the stream?
I'm in.
No, I'm talking to Lee.
Oh yeah, she's in.
She can. Okay, so
Alright.
have you guys seen this movie, Captive State?
Oh,
No, I
no,
haven't.
I've never seen it.
This scene made me want to watch this movie. Just watch this. I know this is podcast, but
What?
just watch.
Wait, have I seen this movie?
You might have. Don't say anything about it if you know what's about to happen.
Alien shit, I don't want to see it. Damn, I'm gonna get scared.
Nah, watch it, it's right.
Have you seen it, Cosmic?
No, but I have a feeling about what's about to happen.
You won't I'm telling you, man.
The car, what are you gonna do? Drift
I-
into him. Easy peasy. Oh, why?
Wait, why are they shooting at him?
Just watch.
They're shooting at people in the car. Oh my
Uh,
god. See, this is what scares me. I hate people. I hate people.
They're out here looting.
It's like Mexico.
It's like
We all hate
it's like
people, don't worry.
it's like Cosmic's dream. Goddamn loot goblin.
Yeah, you know how much loot I can get?
Wait, is that here? Is that in Chicago?
Just watch.
Chirac?
I think it's here.
Well, what's happening?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm
Are they like little Martians?
scared.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, what was that? Oh! Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
God.
Dude,
What?
that I was downstairs.
That's awesome.
I went downstairs and my dad was just watching that, and I'm like, whoa,
That's so cool.
dude, it scared the crap out of me.
After
Where's
I-
my-
after the
I wanna
stream,
see
we
that.
need to watch it.
I
Yeah,
want to
it's
see
called
that
Capture
movie, bro.
State. It might be in Chicago, actually.
It looked like it was.
Doesn't that make you want to watch that movie?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell
No.
Yeah.
So good.
Bro, what
See that? It
like
just
like
blew
what
up.
happened?
It is Chicago.
I knew that they were dead
It
as
looked
soon
like
as they
it.
just like kind of like froze like to the seat. I was like, they're dead. They're fucking dead.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you're supposed to avoid that. Just looking at them?
No, you don't avoid it. You just don't roll
No,
up on them.
no, I think
What?
they shot something into the car.
Yeah, they did. They couldn't turn the car on.
Oh.
Yeah, they EMP'd them and then they just fucking blew them up.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary. That's
They-
so scary. No, no,
They
no.
turned into red paste.
It
Oh my
was
God.
missed, bro.
Yep, they're just missed now.
Yeah.
That was so good. What do you
It's
mean?
Wasn't
like
it?
that
It was
South
cool.
Park episode where they spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
good. Wouldn't you watch it?
Maybe.
I want to
If
watch
I
it
have
now.
my polar bear, yes.
I have a website where we can watch anything.
See, all you need is a little liquid courage.
I mean,
too.
I
You'll be right.
I buy everything I watch.
But no, I think I tried to stream something from there, and it does the same thing Netflix does, like the black screen.
No,
I
you
have
can stream from there. You can stream from there.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
suggestion after stream.
What's up?
After the podcast.
There's mechs
Sure.
in that
What is it?
movie.
You know, highbrow shit. I'm not gonna say how I get my movies, but yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I totally pay for it. Yes, I'm a good.
Yeah, I
Hook
pay
up.
for my movies too.
You wouldn't steal a car.
No.
I wouldn't steal a
Don't-
video game, but I'd steal a movie.
People are like 3D printing like parts for their cars and shit. Like, yeah, I would. I'd totally steal a car.
Speaking of paying for
What
movies,
reviews did it
I-
get? It got
I-
a 6 out of 10.
I do say that we like VR watch a movie one day, like just like rent it or some shit.
Yeah,
I'm down.
definitely.
Oh
I know,
yeah, we
I know
could go to
some. I
fucking-
know some theaters that I can stream my screen to and stuff.
Oh, didn't we
Hell
all get
yeah.
one? We all have. We have one. I forgot what
Yeah,
it's called.
big room or
screen
whatever,
beta?
big screen.
Yeah.
Big screen. It got a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. Captive State did, which kind of makes me upset.
You
Well,
said that.
what is,
you said
well,
there's
what's
mechs.
what's the audience review though?
The audience review, it's worse.
Oh wow.
Also,
38%. So the beginning
Wow.
part, just imagine that's the rest of the movie. You're good. It's a great movie. Yeah.
just don't watch the actual movie.
Oh, it's got John
Might be
Goodman
bad.
in it though. I love John Goodman. Have you guys
Dude.
seen 10 Cloverfield Lane?
no.
10 you've never
He's been trying to get me to watch.
Oh wait, I have. It's been a while though.
It's such a good movie. It is one of my favorite movies ever.
Uh,
Oh my god.
I also haven't seen Overlord yet, or Overworld. Yeah, the movie.
Overlord, the one
over-
about the zombie, the Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
Is-
okay. My parents said it sucked, which kind of upsets me.
I mean, how credible are your parents, Matt? Like in your opinion?
I mean, they watch all the movies I watch.
So pretty relatable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. What are you looking up?
I was just looking at the reviews of Captive State.
But you already said it's dog water, right?
Yeah, I know, but I was just reading them. It seems like a lot of the problems have to do with the acting and the character development.
So nothing to do with people blowing up, though.
No, yeah, probably more people blow up. Maybe. I don't know.
So, like, the CGI and the mechs are probably good.
Yeah.
I would watch a movie just for the mechs.
Yeah, I don't even know if those are mechs. I don't know what those are.
Like,
Here's
Cosmic
the picture
Lane,
from
have
the-
you ever
What?
seen Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
I hate that movie. I'm not
Yeah, that one's really good. I love Pacific Rim. Wait, that's the one where they have to like control the mech together, like the parent, it's a guy and a girl,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, literally romance goals. So gets me in my feelings. Just controlling a mech together, you have to like witness each other's path. Like,
Isn't that what Darling the
oh my
Franxx is?
gosh. Yeah, but Pacific
Yeah,
Rim's
isn't it?
better.
Anime version?
Pacific Rim's better though.
Darling
I
the
feel
Franxx
like-
is just Pacific Rim anime.
Yeah, right?
Except for it gets all like alien
And gets really sexual. And then
That's
Darling
what
in the
makes it good
Franxx.
though. That's what makes
Does
it
it?
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I don't
Wait,
know.
wait,
I
are we talking about the
Pacific
anime
Rim.
or the real version?
The anime.
Oh, I didn't get that far. Shit.
I mean, honestly, you could probably watch about, like, the first 3 episodes and just give it up.
I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
Yeah, I sent you guys an image that's a screenshot from Captive State. Are those mechs?
Give me a sec.
It's in the group chat that we have.
Okay.
Those are mechs, right?
They look like Max.
Bro, they look like giant war machines from Iron Man.
That's what I was thinking.
Kind of do though.
Why are they... They look stationary, though. Like,
They look like statues, bro.
yeah, like, I can't imagine those being able to move. But, you know, who am I to talk about robot mechanics? I just watch a lot of anime.
Fair.
Yeah, same here.
Speaking of anime, when will the Overlord season 4 come out?
It won't.
I'm telling you, bro.
Or more Sleepy Princess, because that was hilarious. So yeah, the whole time.
Bro, that was a good
Have you watched that, Lane?
I've only in the beginning. My roommate's making me watch Overlord. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
Overlord?
I like it.
But have you watched Sleepy Princess in
No.
the Demon Lord Castle?
No, I don't think I have.
That's a good one.
So-
It's a one-track mind anime, but it's
Yeah, so it's about this princess that gets kidnapped by the Demon Lord, and her only goal is to sleep. She's just
Yep.
trying to have a
Yeah.
good night rest.
She just really loves sleeping.
I relate to that.
Yeah, so she just
And
goes.
she's like anytime she's awake, she's just looking how to further improve her sleep, and she's just like fucking around and like causing all kinds of chaos and shit.
It's definitely worth the watch. Can't wait for season 2 because she's still there.
Oh yeah, she's still there.
But we didn't ruin anything in the anime for you, so you should definitely watch it.
Definitely will. Sleeping Princess?
Yeah.
Sleepy Princess.
Alright, I got it.
All right, I say it's time for movies and time to end the podcast.
In the podcast,
Alright.
right? We're
Sounds
already
about
at
right.
it?
We are at we're already at an
Man, we
hour
went through
30.
Man, we went through like
Well.
8 different topics and never stuck with one. We're good at
Yeah,
It's
All
Thank
right.
you guys for having me. Thank you.
of course, Lane. If you
Hey,
want to plug
Good
yourself,
having you. Yeah, you can
Oh.
plug yourself.
Okay, I'm Little Lane on Twitch and Twitter. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me. Yay.
of course.
Alright.
Yay! All right. Until next time, all my honkaholics.
Bye.